The house was too quiet. When you've lived with someone long enough, silence stops meaning peace. It starts meaning something's missing. I parked 2 blocks away. I told myself it was because I wanted the surprise to be perfect. Truth is, I didn't want her to see my car. Not yet. It was 3:47 p.m. She wasn't supposed to be home until 6. But her car was in the driveway. At first I smiled. Maybe she left work early too. Maybe this was one of those coincidences that reminded us we still fit. Then I opened the door. The scent hit first. A mixture of perfume and sweat. Not mine. Not hers exactly. Something new layered over something familiar. Her coat was on the floor. Then a shirt. Then jeans, half turned inside out. The trail led up the stairs like breadcrumbs of betrayal. I stood there, keys still in hand, and something inside me, something I didn't know was breakable, snapped. Quietly. I didn't rush, didn't shout. I walked into the living room, set the groceries on the table, and opened the drawer beside my recliner. My hand brushed against cold metal. Not because I wanted to use it, because I wanted to remember I could. So I sat, in silence, in the chair that had always faced the stairs, and waited. Their sounds came softly at first, breaths, a bed creak, a laugh that didn't belong to me. You never realize how long a minute is until you can hear every second scrape past your skin. I didn't picture her face. I didn't picture his. I only saw the life we'd built, each memory folding in on itself like paper catching fire. Our wedding day, her hands shaking when she said she'd never hurt me. The way she'd cry during movies about betrayal, clutching my arm as if she knew something I didn't. I stared at the family photo on the wall, the one where she's leaning into me, smile bright, eyes full. It looked like love. Maybe it was, once. The ceiling groaned. Footsteps. A muffled voice. I couldn't make out words, but I didn't need to. The rhythm of their conversation told me everything. Familiar, comfortable, practiced. That was when denial stopped being an option. I should have gone upstairs, should have kicked open the door, screamed, thrown, shattered. But I didn't. I just sat there, heart slow, deliberate. I wanted to know how deep it went. Because love doesn't end with betrayal, it ends with understanding. And I wanted to understand. The days that followed were an act, smiles rehearsed, dinners eaten in silence disguised as exhaustion, her touch colder than before, her explanations softer, sweeter, like guilt dressed as affection. I didn't ask questions, I observed. She started taking longer showers, wore new perfume, changed her passcode. I noticed everything. I mirrored her calm, kissed her forehead, told her I was proud of how hard she'd been working. She smiled, relieved, because she thought I was still asleep. I began collecting fragments, phone bills, receipts, car mileage. One night while she showered, I opened her phone using the reflection of her fingers in the vanity mirror. She'd forgotten how close I paid attention. Messages. A name saved under Megan. I read everything, slowly, word by word. They'd been careful, using codes, half-sentences, shared photos hidden in deleted threads. But beneath every message was the same pulse, intimacy, the kind that doesn't happen by accident. I didn't cry. I didn't even feel rage. Just a kind of hollow admiration. She'd played the part perfectly. I copied everything, sent it to myself, then deleted my trail. That night, I held her as she slept, and I knew exactly what I had to do. 3 days later, I invited her to dinner. Candlelight, her favorite wine, everything curated for comfort. She talked more than usual, nervous chatter spilling out in waves. I waited until she was mid-sentence before sliding my phone across the table. Her laughter stopped. The screen glowed between us. Message threads, photos, timestamps. I didn't say a word. She reached for it, trembling. It's... Don't, I said quietly. It wasn't a threat, just a boundary. Her eyes filled, searching mine for anger. But there wasn't any, only distance. I can explain, she whispered. I almost pitied her for saying that. The instinct to justify, even when caught naked in the truth. I know, I replied. That's the problem. Her voice broke. Apologies, excuses, self-inflicted pity, all the usual languages of guilt. I watched her unravel, each word a thread she couldn't pull back. When she finally stopped talking, the silence returned. The same silence that had greeted me days ago when I opened the door. Only this time, it belonged to me. I reached into my jacket, placed an envelope on the table. Her name, her signature, already notarized, divorce papers. Her eyes widened, realization dawning that this moment had been planned long before tonight. I came home early that day, I said, to surprise you. She swallowed hard, words dying before they could form. I sat downstairs while you were upstairs, I continued, voice steady. Listened, waited, let you finish. She flinched. That was the moment she understood. My silence wasn't weakness. It was preparation. I won't ruin you, I said. You'll keep the house, the car, everything you touched. She looked confused. Hope flickered. But, I added, you'll live in it alone. Her tears came fast then, real ones. The kind that come when you realize the person you destroyed won't destroy you back. That's the cruelest mercy there is. I moved out the next morning, didn't look back, didn't need to. The house would stay the same. The stairs, the photo on the wall, the silence between breaths. Only she'd hear it now. Every creak, every empty space. That's her punishment. Not me, not my anger. Just the echo of what she lost. As I drove away, I realized something strange. The ache was gone. Not healed, just absent. Like a limb I'd learned to live without. Love doesn't die when trust is broken. It dies the moment you stop needing answers. I haven't thought about her since. But sometimes, when I close my eyes, I can still hear the sound of that house breathing. Quiet, broken, between heartbeats.